Hi, my name is Kelly. Welcome to my channel. I teach technology in an elementary school, and one of the most favorite things my students love doing is drawing in Google Slides. In today's video, we'll be checking out how to draw a birthday cake. So open up a blank Google Slides presentation and let's check it out. Let's get started. I've already opened up a blank Google Slides presentation. To begin our cake, I'm going to actually first change the background. So because we'll be working with white, we want to have a contrasting color as our background. So I've clicked background and I'm going to choose a color and click done. To start making our cake, you'll bring your mouse cursor over here to the shapes icon, which is the circle on top of the square. Click that. Next, click shapes, and then bring your cursor over here to can and click it. Now that you have the plus on your slide, you can draw out your can, or you can just click it to get one on there and adjust the size. That's about the size I want it to be. Next, I'm going to add a circle on top of it so that I can have two different colors on my cake. So click on shapes and circle, and then you can draw it out by positioning your plus over there. Perfect. So for this drawing, I want to have white borders around my cake so they'll look like frosting. I'm going to just draw a box around my two shapes that I have on the page. And next to the paint bucket is the border color tool. I'm going to click that and select white and choose the thickness, the border weight, to be 4. Now that I've done that, I can take my top circle and position it right on the top of my cake. Next, I want to insert a rectangle at the bottom of the screen so that it looks like a table or a countertop. I'm going to select rectangle and draw it out. And I'm going to remove the border, make it transparent, and fill the color with one of these yellow, brown, tan colors. Next, I'm going to draw a plate to keep my cake on, and we'll do that with a circle. Using this as a guide, I want to make my plate slightly bigger or wider than my cake, and I want to remove the border, make it transparent, and change the color of it. Maybe I'll make mine black. You can make yours whatever color you want, but I need to position it so that the plate is behind the cake so that it looks like the cake is sitting on top of the plate. So while you have the blue frame around your plate, you're going to bring your mouse over here to arrange and click it, and then order. And you want to send this to the back. Perfect. And now we can take our whole cake and bring it down on top of our counter. But it's hiding behind. So let's actually send the counter to the back. Click the counter so you have the blue frame around it. Click arrange, order, send to back. And now we have our cake right here where we can work with it. Time to start decorating. For the bottom, I'm going to select the bottom portion of the cake, and I'm going to fill the color with a light yellow. You can choose any color that you want. For the top, I'm going to click on it, select it, and make it a nice shade of pink. Now that I've clicked away from it, we can begin to make our icing decorations by using the line tool. So bring your mouse cursor up here to select line, this little triangle, and you're going to use the curve line. So click curve. And as we're drawing out the line, you're going to position the plus over here on one side of your cake, push down on your mouse to start drawing, and then bring it up, let go, bring it down, let go. up, let go, down, let go. So you're going to do that the whole way across. Every time you get to either the top or the bottom of your curved line, you'll have to let go of your mouse and then push it down to resume drawing your line. And when you get to the end, you can double click to end your line. You're going to click your pen tool to make your line color a different color. So I'm going to change it to purple. And again, now I want to make the thickness 4. Next, I'm going to duplicate this line so that I have 2 of them. And to do that, you're going to hold down your control key with one finger and tap the letter D. And now you have a duplicate of your line, which you can move into position to someplace else on your cake. For a decoration, there are so many different shapes that you can use for decorations. I'm going to click the shape tool and see what we want to put on our cake today. You could use stars or hearts or clouds or moons. I'm going to use clouds. So I'm clicking on clouds. I'm going to draw out one by clicking on my screen. I'm going to hold down my shift key to shrink it in, change its size. Next, I'll remove the border, make it transparent. And next, I will change the color by clicking on my paint bucket. Now that I have one, I can bring it over to my cake and see if that's the right size. It is. So now I'm going to duplicate this by selecting it where the blue frame is around it. Hold down your control key with one finger and tap the letter D. However many times you want for however many of your decoration you want to put onto your cake. I'm just going to put these on here, spread them around. And again, it's your cake. You don't have to have any decorations on it if you don't want to. I happen to like decorations, so I'm putting them on this cake. Maybe another one. There we go. So for the next part of our cake, we're going to put some candles on it. And we're going to make the candles with a rectangle. You'll click Shapes, Rectangle, and you can draw it out by pushing down and drawing it out. I'm going to remove the border and make it transparent. And I'm going to fill this with red. That looks good. I'm going to move it down. For the flame, you're going to click Shape, and you're going to go all the way over to the top of the first line to this shape that's called a round diagonal corner rectangle. Click that. Click to get it onto your page. And these yellow triangles mean that you can slide it and change the shape of your rounded cornered rectangle. I'm going to remove the border and I'm going to change the color to orange. And now that looks like a flame, but we need to make it smaller and turn the direction. So first I'm going to turn the direction by pushing and holding down the blue dot at the top. And next I'm going to begin to make it smaller. I want it to hold its shape, so while I'm making it smaller, I'm going to hold down my shift key, and then I'm just going to push it in until it's the size that I want it to be. Now that we've done that, I'm going to move the candle underneath the flame and use the red line as a guide to center it. And now I want to group this candle. So I'm going to draw a box around it. And next click Arrange and Group. Now that we have our candle, we can put it onto the cake and we can duplicate it and make however many candles you want. I'm just going to make a few. So I'm going to hold down my control key and tap the letter D, make a few candles and just position them on the birthday cake. Now that your cake is formed, we're going to group it together so that it is all one piece. I'm going to start by drawing a box around it and try to keep the rectangle out of it. Let me just remove the rectangle for a moment. And now I want to draw that box around my cake so that it becomes one piece. So now that I have the blue box around it, I'll click Arrange and Group. Then you can just put your counter back to the bottom of it. Now that we have our cake, if you wanted to add other elements to your drawing, you could do a image search to put some banners behind it. And I think we might try doing that in case you need to know how to do an insert image. If you bring your mouse cursor over here next to the shape tool is the square with the two mountains in it. It's the insert image icon. Click it, do search the web, and I've already typed in triangle banner. So as you saw, there were some banners there that you could choose from. There we go. I think I'll just choose the first one. I'll let it research. There we go. Once I've selected one, it has a blue check mark against up in the top of it, and then you're going to click Insert, and it'll come right onto your page. You can actually make this smaller so that it fits better on your page, and you can move it up to the top and then just click away. Now you've learned how to draw a birthday cake in Google Slides. That was awesome. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to hit that like button, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel so that you know when the next video comes out.